Tapping in. What's going on? A little bit depressed. Today was the day when my grandmother died. She died in 2014. Damn near been 9 years. Still ain't got over that shit. My grandmother was the only person I had. My mother died, my father died, my auntie died, my uncles died. My oldest brother, he died. So she was the last of my bloodline. She was it. She raised me. She did her best, but the game did her rest. I remember the first time I brung Jessica around. I told y'all a story about my first hoe. And I brung her around, and she was just so excited because she had somebody else to talk to besides me. I used to annoy the fuck out of my grandmother, like every day. I wake up, go get a hug, sit there, watch snooze with her for about an hour, go do whatever the fuck I was gonna do, then come back, make sure to catch Law and Order with her, make sure she had her strawberry soda with the Twix. I just made sure Grams was just good at all times. And she gave me purpose. It gave me something to do. And she just gave me unconditional love. Like, no matter what I did, my grandmother always loved me. Like, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't no, you know what I mean, fucked up ass child, but I had fucked up shit going on. And she loved me throughout all of it. And I could never really just repair the way that I wanted to. Like one of my goals I got to do with her was just to drive her to church one day, and I got to do that. And like, you feel me, that shit, you feel me, was probably like one of the most cemented days ever in my life. I drove her like 3 other times before, but that first time driving her to church was everything. Then it was my grandmother's funeral. And they're about to sound like I'm about to cry type shit. I ain't gonna cry on YouTube. I ain't going out like, oh. But it was my grandmother's funeral, and it was already like rumors and shit at church. I didn't go to that church, but it was always rumors that I was pimping and shit, cause her church members always would come over to the house and shit like that. And then they, you know, feel me, at my house, bro. At that time, you never know what you would see, bro. You might see some niggas over there shooting dice and guns all over the place. You might see a whole butt ass naked nigga coming in from a long night, nigga. You feel me, from the blade. You might see niggas and hoes all up in that motherfucking cloud of smoke, all types of shit. It was a trap, basically. That my grandmother's house was a trap. A lot of niggas' careers and lives and coolness started at my grandmother's house. So when the funeral came, I pulled up. I pulled up with all my niggas, and I pulled up with 4 white bitches. Hey, like y'all, if y'all know anything about a black church, bro, like if you bring a white bitch, bro, you finna get them looks. I pulled up 4 white bitches, 4 whores, and well, I can't say 4 whores. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep it classy. I pulled up with 4 white bitches, and my great girls, they sat in the back. They 100% snow. They don't fuck around. They, you feel me? They understand the black lifestyle. They understand the culture, but they gonna stay in their white place. Kelsey and Chantel, different story. Them hoes made sure that they walked me down that aisle. Like I ain't never had that many looks a day in my life, but I had them looks. Like we get to the front of the pew, bro. You know what I'm saying? They get to talking. That was the only time I ever received flowers for anything. Like motherfuckers got up there and they praised me for taking care of my grandmother. Like they really, I didn't know what I was doing. I was just doing this shit just because it was my grandmother and I love her, you feel me? But I didn't know I was putting my life on hold to take care of my grandmother. Like I didn't know, like, you know what I'm saying, 18, 19, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Them is key years that you supposed to really be doing shit. I was pimping and taking care of my grandmother. So technically, if you want to put it by society standards, I'm not technically ready for the world. But all the shit that I learned in these streets and all the shit my grandmother done taught me, nigga, I got more game than Milton Bradley, so I'll be fine. I'll be able to survive. And that's something that I love my grandmother for teaching me able to how to survive. Like I said earlier, bro, like that quote saying that a woman can't raise a man, that's true. But she could damn sure show him how to survive in the world or what to look for. You feel me? Because I don't know. And but then the thing about it is, I will say the shit that Graham showed me is like, wait, it applies at all because it's just game. But some of the shit outdated, like you know what I'm saying, the phone bill tricks and you know what I'm saying, the light bill shit and all that other type of shit. Like if Graham saw the technology now, you feel me? I would have to give her some game, and you know what I mean. That was something that that made me really into computers and shit. You know what I'm saying? To really understand it because I knew how the world was changing and I knew I was gonna have to take care of my grandmother's business and I knew that shit was gonna be in the technological wise. So I had to really be savvy with that shit. And but yeah, but my grandmother was a special human being. Like she came at every time with all love. Like she the one that taught me how to show love under no all conditions. Like, you know what I'm saying? She prayed every night, every morning. Like I can nigga feel her in heaven right now talking to God, trying to tell him like make sure you put this play together for him. Like my grandmother was to me like, all right, you ever see the Matrix and you know who the Oracle is? That's who my grandmother was. She was the one that I for sure I can go to the back. I got a question. She finna give me a riddle, which was some game, and I had to go up in the front and figure that shit out. Like that's the shit that I really miss about fucking my grandmother. Like I miss her like just asking me to go to the store and go get her a strawberry soda and some twigs. I miss her telling me, go call one of your white bitches. Like she used to tell me that shit all the time. Go call one of your white bitches. I don't got no money for you right now. I have nothing. Like, and that's another thing, bro. Like, y'all, if you know me personally, like y'all probably see me sit for like a month and like shit just pop up out of nowhere. I learned that shit from my grandmother because she was bed sick, nigga, damn near like my whole life. I ain't gonna say my whole life, but for sure until about like 14, 15 is when shit got like, all right, bro, Grams can't move around like that no more. She active, but she can't cook no more. It was shit that was every year shit would start piling up. So I had to really figure out how to, you know what I'm saying, stay down and finesse, and that's what she showed a nigga. All in all, bro, I'm just up thinking about my grandmother. Like I'm just trying to, you know what I'm saying, think about all the good times. We had so many different bad times, bro. We grew up in a real project household, real struggle shit. Like real, nigga, I gotta go to the store with the old school food stamps. I'm gonna tell you my age. I know food stamps. I don't know this EBT. I know going to the store, nigga, with a book of food stamps and nigga with a note and nigga getting everything Grams needed. Like, you know what I'm saying? I just come from that old era and I miss my grandmother hella much. And that's what this video is about, mostly. Just talking about me missing my grandmother, trying to give her her flowers, letting her know that, you know what I'm saying, she can hear me, but just let the world know that, you feel me, that it was a special person on this earth. And, you know what I'm saying, a lot of motherfuckers that know her know how special she was to me. And, you know what I'm saying, how special she was to them. But all in all, we just tapping in, just, you know what I'm saying, just letting y'all know what's going on with my mind right now. And we miss Grams and shit. And if you know her, you know her. You know what I'm saying? She was a special person. She was a very special